Fellas, are the Red Sox making the playoffs?
Yes.
They're doing their darndest not to.
You seem pretty sure.
Well, I heard that they'll give Duran a tennis racket, so that's where I'm pretty hopeful for the Sox.
Dude, I think Matt asked a very good question. What happened to torpedo bats, dude?
That is a great question because it was hot. We spent a whole episode on it, and then
that was a hard hitting episode. You guys can go back and listen to that if you want.
Yeah.
So it's 157 games, so they have 5 games left, including tonight. They're up 1 on Detroit. They're up 2 on Houston.
They have the tiebreaker on both, so really they're up 3.
They do. I didn't know they had the tiebreaker. And also, this is good news. They are, although, I mean, they could easily blow this. I think they're up 3-0 in the top of the first.
Beauty.
2 on, 2 outs, but they're up 3-0. Max Scherzer apparently is not having his best stuff tonight. So I think they do too, but this went from a lock to, oh shit, pretty quickly.
What's interesting is, and I didn't expect this because I feel like when it comes to like rookies in baseball, they don't have like much of an impact where it's like this drastic. But right as Roman Anthony got hurt, it all went out the window. It all became a real question mark if we could make the playoffs. So that's where it's interesting. Like, first off, kid's the future. But second is if we do make the playoffs and we don't have them, we're screwed. Like, I'm not even going to watch. There's no reason. We need Roman.
I kind of agree.
Well, it's important that they don't get the third wild card because then they end up playing, a division leader. I think they'd much rather play the Yankees and have that kind of energy than go up against, the Blue Jays or somebody else.
I agree.
And plus, Yankees Red Sox playoff baseball is really fun.
Yeah,
man, that would be awesome. And we win that too.
Would that be a 1-game series? Like, is there still the 1-game series?
It's best of 3, I think.
Oh, thank
God. I have no
God.
idea. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, I don't watch any of it. Now that they're in, I shouldn't say now that they're in. Damn it. If they get in, then I will definitely listen. All right, that's Tyler Besman, Virgie Solso, Matt Virgie Solso. Are we going to stop doing the Virgie thing ever? I don't think so. I'm Steve Mensch, and this is Screen the Screen. All right, let's get right into it. I think that we're definitely going to talk about the Colts, but it almost feels like that should be dessert now because it's just so much fun. Was there a more important game? I know the Packers losing to the Browns, whatever. Was there a more important game than Sunday night when the Ravens, or Monday night, the Ravens losing to the Lions? At home to go to
Monday
1-2. Monday night. I corrected myself.
My fault.
Clean out your ears, dude.
My bad.
So yeah, no. It seems like that's a big deal. And for both teams, by the way, because for Detroit, you felt like this is it's got to be a down year. You lose Ben Johnson, you lose Aaron Glenn. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be the same thing in Detroit, and it ends up they're still Detroit. And I love when a team's mentality and a coach's mentality like matches the city. I think it's great, and it seems like Dan Campbell's a perfect fit for Detroit, right? Like the hardworking.
Yeah.
They just want to pound the ball. They want to run all day. Even St. Brown, who's like the little slot receiver, is just like that gritty gym rat who would seems like he would fight anyone who like fouled him at pick up basketball. You know what I mean? Like that mentality just it fits them. But I honestly thought this was going to be a little bit of a down year for the Lions. I thought they'd be okay, but they go into Baltimore and beat the Ravens, but kind of did it. It was 38-30. It wasn't that close, really. Like, I think it was 38-23, and then the Ravens got one late. I think that's right. But,
that's right.
Yeah, I mean, it was a statement game for them. And Derrick Henry lost another fumble. So you got that aspect of it. But then on the flip side, I know the Ravens have lost 2 tough ones. I know they lost to the Bills and the Lions. It's not like they've been losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Carolina Panthers or whatever. I get that. But you're supposed to be the cream of the crop. You're supposed to be competing for a Super Bowl. You think they'd get one of those, and you definitely think they would have got the one at home on Monday night. Am I wrong? Like that seems like it's going to have a big impact on the year.
I disagree because the NFC or the AFC North isn't really that competitive this year. The Steelers aren't fantastic. Burrow's out for the year for the Bengals, so they're done. And the Browns are the Browns. So the Ravens are going to win that division going away. And so I think it really is about the momentum they build throughout the year. So if you're going to have these losses, I think it's better to do them early in the year so that you can build your momentum later in the year and go into the playoffs with that momentum.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same with like the Chiefs last year too. Like the Chiefs last year we were making fun of where they were losing all these games at the beginning of the year, and the games that they won were super close. They were 1-point games, and then they end up going to the Super Bowl. So, like, that's where, for me, for the Ravens, losing this sort of game, I'm not really worried about. One thing I am worried about with the Ravens, though, is Derrick Henry's stats, and you can think they're crazy, not crazy, but in his career, he has 10 total fumbles in the fourth quarter, and that's the most by far when you stack up each quarter. So, to me, I don't know how clutch this guy really is, and you already have Lamar that struggled at the end of the season. So that's more of my concern is how reliable Derrick Henry will be, because they started playing Justice Hill at the end of that game because of that fumble. So that's more of my concern for the Ravens, not them as a whole.
I think you make good. I think you both make good points. I think that Matt, you're right. I think they're gonna run away with it. Although I hate to say this, but Aaron Rodgers looks good, man. He's gonna be
no way. Dude, he dumped the ball the whole time.
He may have, but they won. And they
barely
beat the Jets in a shootout. And I get that they haven't really played that tough a schedule. I understand that. That Steelers team is probably going to get better as the season goes on, and it's going to be interesting. I don't see them. I think you're right, Matt. I don't see them competing with Baltimore. And Burrow, I think, Burrow could come back, but it's like the last 4 games of the year, I think.
And that's
so you're right. I mean, he's not out for the year, I guess, but he could be out for the year. I wouldn't be surprised if he is out for the year. But yeah, you're right. It does. But the other, like, I would just the one thing I would say is that yeah, the Chiefs made it last year, and then they got killed by the Eagles. Like that Chiefs team looked like they were on borrowed luck the whole year, man. They were
I know, but they still had the opportunity. They were still given the golden ticket to the Super Bowl, and we have no idea what ends up happening. Like the Lions, for example, last year, they looked like a freight train, and then Aiden Hutchinson gets injured. So it's like we never know what's going to end up happening throughout the year, and I think it's building off of what Matt's saying. Like that team has one of the easier divisions this year. And like the Chiefs last year, like I think we all kind of knew deep down, like they say don't bet against Pat Mahomes, but like we all kind of knew that the Eagles were going to run through the Chiefs in that Super Bowl, but they still had a chance in the Super Bowl.
I don't know if I knew that going in, but yeah,
I won my most money in that Super Bowl, so that's why I'm all geeked up about it. I had that. I think it went 250 last year in the Super Bowl, and it was because I had like the defensive touchdown, I had the Cooper DeJean interception, I had the spread for that game, so I was all hyped up. Shout out the Eagles.
You had the. I remember the DeJean touchdown.
Dude, yeah, and you called me because I was my Hulu was a little bit behind.
I was at your house, right, man? I was at your house.
Yep.
And it was awesome because, like, dude, the fact that the defensive touchdown is the guy that I picked for the interception, I was like, I have all the luck in the world. Let's go.
So here's a good transition because you just brought up that bet. The Rams-Eagles, can you imagine taking the Rams in that game with the points?
That was an awesome game.
I think it was 3.5 points, and the Rams were kicking a field goal at the end. Do you think, well, if they missed the field goal, it's still going to be 27-26, and we walk out of here with the win because they got the Rams and the points, right? Mm-hmm. You saw what happened, right?
Yeah, it was insane.
And then the Eagles, they block it and bring it back, and you lose on that as time expires. Do you guys ever see Bad Beats on ESPN?
I know of it.
Anyone who gambles or might have a problem gambling, and I just probably shouldn't make light of this, should have to watch Bad Beats, man. Because every week they show you like, well, no, it's locked up. This is locked up. Tyler, what's happening right now?
Dude, my light keeps going out, so I think this
Is it
is what I'm dealing with.
Is it a light or is it a computer light?
No, it's a light, so it's this bad boy. I'm
God.
putting it in the garbage. Screw it.
Yeah.
Done with this thing.
Get your money's worth.
You guys look all handsome, and I'm just sitting in the dark.
My God. So, anyways, bad beats every week. I think the Connecticut over was one they had this week where it was gonna be the under, and some kid was like basically tackled at the 5-yard line, and like clearly stopped, and then his team like carried him into the end zone after his forward momentum had stopped, and the ref didn't blow the whistle, and you lose on that. It is insane. It is insane what you can lose your money on in gambling, and you should have to watch that. And the Rams-Eagles was a perfect example. By the way,
are there such things as like the opposite of bad beats, like good
you're
wins? Like
you're on the other end of
hey,
that.
I had the over. Fantastic.
Yes.
I never hear about that.
Do you know how many degenerate gamblers in Philadelphia were like, no way, because they definitely took the Eagles. They definitely
took
took
the
the Eagles
spread
the
and
points.
everything.
You kidding me? The celebrations that must have gone on in that stadium parking lot. I can't even imagine, because you're right. There's the flip side of it, but there's also like thinking you have something locked up and then not even coming close. By the way, Matt,
it's like our UCLA bet that all of it at Matt's house when we were watching March Madness. It was probably like one of the best bets. I think it was the first bet that we won. That was when it all started. But that was probably the best bet we had. What was it? The
over for UCLA.
Yeah, we took the over. Yeah, and that kid hit that floater.
Yeah, and some kid, like the kid who never played, who was like the transfer, who was like sort of the manager for the team, comes in and hits a floater. We went. I think that was the day that it was like Stella's like shower, the baby shower for Stella, I think.
No, it was later than that. I think it was probably like a birthday party.
Birthday party for Stella?
Yeah. Everything's about Stella.
And we all were hanging out afterwards, man. And it was, that'll get you hooked. That was like,
no, it will.
He's gone now. He's completely gone. What is happening right now?
He'll join us back. Don't worry.
Yeah, I guess. Should we just do the Colts now, and then when he gets back in, he can't talk about it? He's had all this research about MVP for Danny Dimes and power rankings, and we're just going to talk about it. We'll just talk about that now. Would we just keep going here? Like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, why not? He's not that important.
Let's just do it. We should actually talk. There's two things we should talk about. We'll stay on the gambling beat for a minute here. Your parlay with the Colts defensive touchdown, which you got, by the way.
I know. It was the first play, and I was like, and I was trying to cash out the entire day, and I couldn't do it because I'm in Montana, and they don't have betting in Montana. So I couldn't. I was like, cash out, and I couldn't.
You said you couldn't cash out.
You. Yeah, I almost called you to log in as me to cash me out.
I definitely would have. What was the cash out?
Like $20. Half a $5 bet.
It was, but the $5 bet. What was the win if you hit all the picks?
It was like $250 or $300 or something absurd, like $450. It was a lot of money.
I don't usually
then it started
getting
going, and I was like, "Ooh, they could make these passing overs."
Just to be clear, the parlay was the defensive touchdown for the Colts, which you hit, the hardest one to get. Cam Ward for 150 passing yards.
250.
250, and then
he was. I think he ended at 219.
Yep,
and Danny Dimes was at 260, and he was like at 230 something. So I was close. It's a couple of completions.
You were real close.
If Alec Pearson caught that ball instead of getting concussed, then I would have had the Danny Dimes one.
Yeah, bastard. I will say that my Bengals take was a real stinker for the parlay. None of us hit our picks, by the way. None of us hit our picks.
No.
So let's not no one get on a high horse right now. But the Bengals to beat the Vikings is an all-time trash pick. I mean, 48-10. It was 34-3 at the half. Yeah, I was like, what was I thinking?
I think the Vikings defense had 32 points or something in fantasy. Like on red zone, it was ridiculous to see. What is happening?
He needs to pay his internet bill.
I know that Isaiah Rodgers had a day. You're getting frustrated. Don't get frustrated.
This is ridiculous. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, we just went over.
Back.
Well, you were all. While you were off, we went over all the Colts power rankings and the MVP.
No, I know you didn't. I can still hear you, but but my camera's. No joke. I go to move the mic just a little bit, and all of a sudden, everything.
I love it as soon as he gets worked up, it cuts out on him.
Everything
It's
is
almost
gone.
as if we're doing it on purpose. How is this possible? He's never had an issue.
His video looks like it's being shot on a flip phone.
There he is again. He's back.
Dude, this is crazy.
We got nothing but the best technology for screen the screener.
For real.
All right, well, I want you to be back because I want to get your Patriots take next.
Am I back?
Nope.
Guess we'll have to wait.
I'll start with the Patriots. Another brutal loss. Oh, he's restarting. Let me see if I can find the game. Obviously a tough loss. I mean, I think there was 5 turnovers, and it was
The fact
a lot
that they
like
were still in it after 5 turnovers, I don't know. That tells me that Aaron Rodgers isn't nearly as good as you think he is. How do you get 5 extra possessions and not win that game by more than 1 touchdown?
I don't know, but it also, am I just a homer with like rose-colored glasses where I actually like am encouraged by some of the thing the Patriots are doing?
No, you
Even
can
though
be
they
encouraged even though
They
they
could
suck.
easily be 3-0, right? They're not, which should be frustrating as hell for me. And Drake May's holding onto the ball, losing a fumble at a key moment in the game, and all of that stuff. But I still look at it and I'm like, the defense is pretty damn good, man. That defense is pretty damn good. And Drake can make plays and he can go on a run. I think at one point he was like 13 for 13 before he had a incompletion. I think he had like 13 completions in a row. Like there's like Booty's playing well. Like the running backs need to stop putting the ball on the ground, but like hopefully now they're going to use Henderson more and he looks a little bit explosive. Like there are things that I'm kind of excited about. Whereas last year, even after they beat Cincinnati, I was like,
It didn't feel right.
I don't know. Like it was just, you didn't have any of the excitement. By the way, I can hear myself. Someone's like microphone up? I feel like I can hear myself.
It might be me.
My question to you was Drake May concussed when he threw his last interception?
I don't know, man.
Because when he went down, I looked at my dad and I goes, "Ooh!" I was like, "Where's the spotter? Like somebody needs to spot him out because he's rubbing his head." And then after the game, he talked about how he's like, you can't touch your head or whatever, else they'll spot you, and so like you have to immediately get up and go play. And I was like, kind of defeating the purpose of the whole concussion protocol.
Drake.
Yeah, but and then there was a bad interception.
It was. I still hear myself, but I'm a professional, so I'll carry on. Tyler, takes on the Patriots.
All right, hopefully I don't cut out. No, but I agree with you. I think we easily could be 3-0. And reason being is this past game we fumbled the ball at the 1-yard line, so we're 1 touchdown away from winning that game. We also, if you look at the screenshot of Demario Douglas, he is borderline standing, like his left foot is on the first down marker, and he runs backwards. Like,
what do we do?
I was not a good football player, so I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, you could have caught that and just fell. No, he legitimately could have caught that and just fell to his left. Like, that's all he had to do. And I guess my confusion with them, though, is when we come down to those specific points, why are we not giving the ball to a more veteran player? Why is that not Stephon Diggs, who I would assume would know to catch that ball and drop? Or Austin Hooper, that would probably know how to catch that ball and drop. Same with Hunter Henry. Instead, we're giving it to Demario Douglas, who's young, hasn't really been in that position before, for us to win a game. Like, that is, him going backwards is a young decision. But
right, it's a young. Honestly, it's a young player trying to make a play, and you can't
I'm okay
blame
with that,
him
though.
for that, right?
And I guess with the Patriots, and I talked to my buddy Jeremy about this because he's a Giants fan, and he's all jacked up about the Giants starting Jackson Dart this weekend. And what I was talking to him about, what?
Against that Chargers defense? Good luck, bud.
Oh, I know. I already took the Giants money line, so screw it.
You're just running.
But yeah, exactly. But so what I was saying to him is like when you're looking at your team, especially like the teams that we've had as Patriots in the past couple years. Actually, same with Matt with the Colts. Like I would rather watch my team be young and make young team mistakes than watch my team be veterans or guys on 1-year deals and they make rookie mistakes. So that's where I think with Ramondre and Gibson fumbling, I'm like, boys, what are we doing? Play Henderson at this point. If that was Henderson, I'm disappointed, but like it's a rookie thing to do. And that's kind of where with the Patriots, I'm okay. I'm watching them. I see spurts of a team that can be good. You're right. That defense is better than I thought. Like, I'm all right with it. And we just went up against probably one of the better pass rushes in the NFL. And we kind of stood our ground, I guess.
Kind of. There's some things to be concerned about with the pass protection, I think.
I mean, we have a bad O-line, but that's why I'm like, all right, we did better than I thought we would. I thought Watt was going to have 5 sacks and Drake May would be in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, I mean, are you muted, Matt? There he is.
Sorry, I was seeing if that was the echo or not. I was saying he did get concussed, Tyler. So,
Yeah, we just established that he was concussed. Dr. Oz, Matt Virgil.
Is it official,
AKA
though?
Dr. Oz.
Is it official, though?
that was a pretty poor choice on that that pass 2 plays later.
No, I know. That was definitely brutal. Watching Drake get his head smash into the ground wasn't great, but I don't know. Even with Drake though, like I think what is frustrating with me is, and I hate to talk about the Boston media, but like I think they need to let him be an athlete more. I'm still watching that game like just run. Just run. Like I know that he's waiting and he's going through his progressions, but he had probably 5 to 10 yards that he could have gotten and gotten a first down. And he is an athlete. Just go, dude. You had the open field. Just go.
I like his mix right now. I think it's pretty good. I hear you. He should take the chances when he gets them. He really should. But I think you're walking a fine line as a quarterback when you're developing in this league, and you don't want to take off too much. So
I get that.
I don't know. I think last year you looked at this team, and Matt was all too happy to tell us, and you were like, they need everything. There is nothing they don't need. Like going into the draft, it was like, what are their needs? Well, maybe not
A
quarterback.
team?
Yeah, they need like talent. It was like, no, I swear to God, when we were like talking with people I work with and other people who do this, I would often hear they need speed. I'm like, oh, that's never a good sign, man. When people are like, when they're throwing out attributes instead of like positions, because they're like, they need a lot of everything. And this is what they need. And I think when you look at it this year, you're seeing some things that are like popping out. They need more playmakers at receiver. They need that.
Sure.
They need to continue to work on the offensive line. I think their defensive line is actually pretty damn good. I think at linebacker, they're pretty good. So like they need help on offense. They need to continue to build their offense around Drake May. But now you kind of know what you need to do. I feel like we have a head coach now that knows what he's doing. And no offense to Draw Mayo, but he was green and he didn't know, wasn't handling things the right way. Your quarterback is developing. You're competitive. You're competitive while your quarterback's developing. If you're not competitive while your quarterback's developing, things can go south real fast. Unless you're so good, and I think now we're just going to transition to it. You're so good like the Colts where you could play your starter and then develop your background at the end of the game because you're blowing teams out so bad. Where you can bring in an Anthony Richardson late in the game to get some snaps, just to get some more confidence up.
Did AR didn't play? He didn't play last week, did he?
I think he did not this past week.
I think he played a few
last
snaps.
week.
Yeah.
Well, I was all jacked up to watch the Colts game, and then realized that Sunday Ticket is no longer on DirecTV and it's only on YouTube. So I had to watch Red Zone only, which was a little disappointing. So I didn't get to see the end of the game.
Last week against the Titans, your guy AR, 4 carries, -1 yards. We're developing him. That's the point. Is we're bringing him along.
We're trying to get him from a 5th round pick trade to maybe a 4th round pick trade.
I'm telling you though, this is wild. Okay, they're 3-0. The first one you could say that Daniel Jones was outrageous, right? Let's look at it. I'll bring up his numbers, but Daniel Jones played really well week 1, right?
Yeah, surprisingly well. Everybody was surprised.
Yeah. I mean, he threw for. Oh, he actually played really well against Denver too. Wow. And then but I felt like Jonathan Taylor was the reason they won the next game, right?
Yeah,
So
dude,
was-
Jonathan
yards.
Taylor is a freak show, man.
So it
That
felt
run
like
he had
That was
last
awesome.
week was awesome.
dude.
That looked like
So-
his what was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago when he was like
Yeah.
borderline MVP race like type
Mhm.
good. Like that's what it looked like, and he might have another year like that. It's fun to watch JT when he's good. He's a freak.
When they give him the ball.
Yeah, when they give him the ball.
Yeah.
Because they didn't last
it
year at
feels-
all. It was annoying.
It did not.
Like you look at it and you're like, they're just winning games like a number of different ways. Like this is their number. They won by 21. They beat Tennessee by 21. Daniel Jones, 18 for 25, 228 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Great job of taking care of the ball. You're not lighting the fire on, like lighting the league on fire with 228 yards, and 1 touchdown. It's good. It's what you need him to be, right? Jonathan Taylor, 17 carries, 102 yards. He did have 3 touchdowns. That we like, by the way, fantasy owners. But again, 102 yards, 17 carries, that's a good day for Jonathan Taylor. It's another day at the office for him. Like we know what he's capable. Okay. And they won by 21. Like when you're looking at this team, you're like, holy shit, they get a defensive score all of a sudden. You're starting to see like, this team's definitely a Super Bowl contender. Like there is no question.
Jesus.
There is no question.
Stop it.
I'm going to say it right here.
Hey, Steve, what is the combined record of the 3 teams they've beaten?
Well, because they've beaten them.
It's 1
That's what I
and
mean.
8. It is
Yeah.
1 and 8.
And they are responsible for 3 of the losses. Outside of the Colts, they're 1 and 5.
That's still terrible.
So who do they have coming up? Let's look at
The
Let's
Rams.
look ahead.
Yeah,
Let's
They've
look
got
ahead.
the Rams.
that's it. This is
At
like
the-
their first test, and like we'll really see what this team is made of.
At the Rams,
thought the
too, so they got to
Broncos-
travel across the country.
So the Broncos weren't a test?
No, the Broncos were a test and they passed. I think what we've seen from the Broncos this year, not really.
suck now.
But with the
Yeah, I
Rams,
know.
the Rams are legit. Like that offense is pretty explosive with which I didn't think they were gonna be. But Devontae and Puka is like better than Cup and Puka. Like it's insane what they're
Yeah,
able to
I'm
do.
not. That's actually not that surprising to me.
I thought
um,
Devontae was a little washed. I won't lie.
The problem is the Colts don't have a pass rush. I don't know what their stats are, but they do not have a lot of sacks. They don't have a lot of pressures. And when they play the Rams this weekend, I think that's going to kill them because this is like the first offense that actually has decent wide receivers.
Kenny Moore is gonna
3-0.
lock him up.
Kenny
3-0
Moore's hurt.
right.
Oh,
Was he really?
Yeah,
I
he's
know.
out for a couple of weeks with the calf injury.
All right, 3-0 right now. Then they got at Rams 4-0.
Right. You're not
Okay,
picking
we'll
them
say-
and pick them.
We'll say I might, Matt. I really might. We'll say 3-1 because if that game was in Indy, I might take them. 3-1. They have the Raiders at home, 4-1. They have the Cardinals at home, 5-1. Although the Cardinals are kind of sneaky competitive right now.
their defense is pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think like Marvin Harrison's getting better, and Trey McBride, Kyler Murray.
I don't
Dude,
know.
James,
do
Conner,
you see him-
James Conner getting hurt for the season is not ideal.
That
for
doesn't-
them.
Trey
Well,
Benson's
five.
good though. Trey Benson's
So f-
solid.
5-1, right? So we'll say 5-1 at Chargers, 5-2. I think that Charger team's for real, and it's at the Chargers. Then you have the Titans, 6-2,
At home.
6-2, and then
5-3.
So we're
Let's just
Oh,
say
oh,
that
oh.
you're wrong on one of those 5-3. I'll take 5-3 all day.
okay. So then their next 2 games are at the Steelers and the Falcons. You guys hate Aaron Rodgers, so they should be 7-3.
I think you
Like,
yeah.
Matt,
I think you guys beat the Falcons easily. Like even if you lose to
Well-
Pittsburgh, let's
Well,
say.
after
you still
watching
have-
the Falcons get shut out by Carolina, ouch, that was brutal.
Dude,
this
the
past
Falcons
year.
Yes,
suck,
yes,
man. They gotta figure it
Falcons
out.
Stunk. The Falcons suck. You have by the way, you still have the Jaguars twice. You still have the Texans twice, dude.
You guys might be this year's Commanders.
You guys might be this year's 85 Bears.
Yeah.
Question
One-
is can we stay? Can we be the number 1 seed and stay ahead of the Bills?
That I don't think you can do. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I don't think you can do that. And if you
I
play
agree,
the Bills,
Steve.
right, you're not getting. I don't think you're getting anything can happen though. Like they're putting themselves like it's. You don't know who's going to get hurt. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, all of these things. I get it. But that train is rolling down the tracks now, man. And it looks to be like there's a chance for a little bit of magic. A little bit of magic for Indianapolis,
Sort of like 96 when we had Jim Harbaugh as captain comeback.
right.
And we lost because Aaron Bailey couldn't hold on to the ball in the AFC Championship game.
And it's both. Let it go, Matt. Let it go, okay? Just got to let it go and breathe, man. You're going to be all right. That being said, like, it's kind of cool and kind of sad it's the year that Jim Irsay passed away. Like, it's kind of cool that, like, it feels like they're kind of honoring his memory and doing this for him in a way. And it's sad that he's not around to see it, like, to see it go this way.
Agreed. I don't understand the flack that Carly Ursay Gordon, the owner, is getting for sitting on the sidelines with a headset on. She's getting all sorts of beef.
Why?
I read some article. I don't know. They were like, why is she like micromanaging? Why is she down there? I'm like, she's not participating. She's just listening and learning and being a part of the team.
Shut up.
People like to take dumps on good things.
She might, honestly, her being there might be the reason you guys are 3-0. People are like, maybe we should do our job. And like, maybe we should actually instill this culture of winning because she's on the sideline. Like, maybe that's ridiculous. Like, be happy about being 3-0.
Yeah. And also, this is not the first year she's done that.
No, right? She's been doing this since 2012 or something. She's been doing it for like over a decade.
This is not a new thing. If you had a problem with it, like, you should have said something then. It's not time to say it now. Why? Because she makes decisions. Like, that's just.
Honestly, I like it more now that she can make decisions because there's no, like, she knows everything that's going on within that building.
Well, that's why she said she did it. She was like, I need to learn this so that I can tell when I'm getting BS'd because you can't BS a BSer, as we know from role models. She's like, I need to understand this better so that I can, be able to evaluate coaches and manage, general managers about what we're trying to do. And I respect that. If you're going to be put in that role, way to prepare yourself.
Right. If you're going to be good at your job, learn every aspect of the industry, of the business, like, from top to bottom. And now, if I found out she was going on there and be like, hey, no, let's run the cover 2 beater here. Let's go 3x1, 11 personnel. Motion, like that. If you start to hear things like that, you start to get concerned. If you hear someone who's like listening in to be like, okay, what are we doing? And they're generally curious and they're not micromanaging. They're not afterwards being like, dude, that was like not even being involved in the plays during the game, but after the game are up someone's butt and overly critical about stuff like that, then there's a problem there too. But I haven't heard anything like that. All I've heard is that she's listening in.
Well, the article I read, they were like, she's like Jerry Jones, like, just don't be that involved. And I'm like, all right, she's not difference. Jerry Jones.
Yeah, come on, dude. That's ridiculous. No, whatever. All right. I'll say this too, a real positive for Deputy Danny. I think a lot of great quarterbacks don't have great personalities. Like, they're just like the one and done quarterbacks have good personalities. Like those guys. Like Namath, who won 1 Super Bowl, like that great personality, and Jim McMahon, who's the other guy I was thinking about. They have really good personalities, but the guys who win multiple Super Bowls or are competitive for multiple years, like the Tom Brady's of the world, is just a robot. And Peyton Manning's funny, but he wasn't funny
until afterwards.
Exactly. You got to put it in perspective, right? Like a lot of these quarterbacks are whatever, and Deputy Danny went on the Manning cast the other night, and good news, he has the personality of a fence post. He is, I mean, he is like Eli asked him if he's, Eli joking around was like, what's it like being the best quarterback in Colts history already in front of Peyton? And Danny was like, well, that's what we're doing. It's been a really good start. And I'm like, dude, come on. So good news. He's got that like deer in headlights for the great quarterback. So
all signs are pointing upwards.
Another check the box for the Colts, my man. Are you getting excited yet?
No, I'm not.
We're going to create a monster.
As soon as I get excited is when they're going to create her. I'll be interested to see how this Rams game goes. Like, I feel like this is a real test. It's an away game. They've got a couple injuries. Let's see how if they can compete, then I'll be a little. I mean, I feel like the division's pretty good for us right now because CJ Stroud I sent you guys those stats. Like,
evaporating.
He's on AR levels of terrible.
He looks bad, man.
He's evaporating. And they don't have an offensive line. They just don't have it. Like, they didn't even have a plan for an offensive line. It's just that team is evaporating. Jacksonville is competitive, but like, I don't think they're there yet.
No, they don't have an identity.
They're not on the same level as Colts, and neither are the Titans. It looks really good for you guys. By the way, I just had this funny thought, Matt. Okay. Years ago, before we've brought this story up before, I'm gonna reference it again. Years before, Matt and I live next to each other and have gotten very close. Okay, our families are very close. It's been awesome. But years before we really were close or hung out, Matt was at the Super Bowl party for the undefeated Patriots going against the Giants, and very uncharacteristically, had too much to drink that night and enjoyed. And the party was in New Hampshire with all Patriots fans. And when the Giants won that game, Matt basically released all of his anger and emotions that he had pent up of the Patriots beating the Colts and his Colts not getting where they wanted to the point where I was getting phone calls from friends saying, "Do you know this kid, Matt Solso? Dude, he was kind of a dick. Like, he was out of control." Right. So I got phone calls, and I'm just now realizing this would be hilarious, Matt, if our entire relationship was about me getting close to you, waiting for the opportunity for the Colts to give you hope and then come crashing down so I could get revenge for my fellow Patriot fans at some point.
Way too seasoned for that, Steve.
I know you are, but it would be a great story.
Well,
I moved next to that. I had proof of it. Like, I would email Tyler, I think we're getting closer. I'm really going to get this mother,
Well, we all, I made a rookie mistake in letting, Joel Williams, make my drinks that evening. And so that is why I was overserved, and,
friend of the show,
let
Joel
loose
Williams.
a little bit. And then
you got to be careful, man.
Yeah, don't ever let him make you drinks, because that Captain Morgan will get you.
Yeah, and the tricky part with him is he doesn't do it different for you. He's an ox when it comes to drinking. He drinks like no other person I know.
Well,
I think,
especially back then,
back then, he drinks like he'll have the same strength. It's not like he's making it stronger for you. He can just have 7. Like, for year 1, he can have 4. You know what I mean? So yeah. Also, he will screw you when he gets a chance. Let's be honest about that.
Hey, anything for a laugh, right?
He will get you if he can.
He was my college roommate, so I saw this happen more than once, and I may have been a victim more than once. But yeah, I made that was a poor choice by me that night, and I blame myself. But I feel bad for Kim because she had to drive me home, and she was not happy with it.
Oh my God, I would love to have been in that car. We can laugh about it now, Matt. We can laugh about it now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Shame tunnel's dark and it's long.
Yes. Should we just mentioned that they did this last year, and I guess they're capable of doing it again. Can we finally say that the Chiefs aren't as good as the Chiefs normally are? Can we say that?
I'm not going to say anything until I see Xavier Worthy back on the field and Rashee Rice back on the field. I'm not going to say a single thing because that's what I believe happened last year, where Rashee Rice was either hurt or suspended, and he came back and was flipped upside down. All of a sudden, they were much better. They brought in Juju, and Juju was like the Juju that they had for the Super Bowl. They all of a sudden, Tyquan Thornton, they've unleashed Tyquan Thornton, and he's now a good wide receiver.
Yeah,
so
what is that, dude?
I'm not ruling them out. Just because
like Xavier Worthy's one big hit from being out from the season. Like, that shoulder separation's
very
legit.
much so.
Can we stop acting like Xavier Worthy is going to be the next great receiver in the league? Like, what is
I agree. I don't think he's that good, but we've seen this time and time again with the Chiefs where they find a burner and they're able to capitalize with that.
But he's not Tyreek Hill yet. He might turn into Tyreek Hill, but he's not Tyreek Hill. Like, he's not that guy yet. He could legitimately turn into that guy.
He's not that guy. I don't think he can really, like, in open field. I don't think he really does much. He has to be in front of the defense to make something happen. I think he's just a pure burner. But that's where that offense now has arguably 2 burners, and then you still have Kelsey. I still think he's a bum, But like then you bring in Rashee Rice. So now you have two burners, Rashee Rice, who's he can't really fight with it like a top 15 receiver in the league when he's not being an idiot. And then
I'm not good
you
enough
still have
at
Kelsey.
I'm not good enough at ranking receivers, but it doesn't feel like he's a top 15 guy.
I'd give it to him. He's so good.
He's probably in the mix, but he's back end of top 15, I would say.
I'm trying to think of. I would have to do the. I would have to.
You're just making.
Dude.
Up.
I'm saying,
Stuff.
man, definitely top 15.
All right, you figure that out.
But I can't rule him out.
So, I did not know this. I would just want to look ahead on the schedule. The Chiefs host the Ravens this week.
Dude, the Ravens have had the worst opening schedule I've ever heard of. To get the Bills, to get Detroit, to get Kansas City 3 out of the first 4 games.
That's yeah. I agree with you. So now on the Chiefs end of it, you're now getting a pissed off Ravens team. And I think Harbaugh will have them pissed off. Those players will be pissed off on their own. That's a team that plays with a lot of pride. That's a talented team. I don't know, man. It would not stun me. It would not stun me to see the Ravens go in there and win that game. As tough as that place is to win at, and it is, it's really tough to win there. But it would not stun me. They're 0-2 at home this year. Chiefs lost their first 2 games at home.
Chiefs might not make the playoffs.
I'm telling you, man. You gotta win. You gotta win at home. And they lost to the Chargers, and the Chargers look like a freight train right now. The Chargers look like they're gonna win that division. Now all of a sudden, it gets.
Herbert's in 3rd for MVP voting, so it's like they're
Should we
legit.
get into it?
No, we don't need to get into it. But hold on.
I want to get into it. I want to hear it.
Hold on, wide receivers. Before we get into that, I just want to toss out a couple of you guys. Let me know who you would take. So looking at this was at least going into this year, the 2025 PPR wide receiver rankings. I know this is based off fantasy. It's best I could find. But I'm breaking it up. Would you take Rashee Rice or Brian Thomas Jr.? I'm talking talent-wise.
I like Brian Thomas Jr., but he's played like crap this year.
He's listed at number 8.
Who is Patrick Mahomes throwing to BTJ or is
Trevor Lawrence? Well, all right, then we'll just leave it. Talent-wise, Brian Thomas Jr. or Rashee Rice?
Thomas Jr.
Add McConkey or Rashee Rice.
McConkey.
I don't know about that. Drake London.
Dude. Oh, Drake London. Do you see his numbers last year? He's
Garrett Wilson.
Keep him coming.
Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know, boys. JSN. I'm telling you, you guys are being crazy. Look back at Rashee Rice's numbers when he played a full season. He was ridiculous.
I will look at his numbers right now.
He was ridiculous.
Season, great. He has.
Look at his games in general. Look at his numbers last year. He is a.
I'll pull him up right now.
He's a freak show.
Do you not
man.
have him? The fact that
I don't
you
need
are
to have
asking
him.
me,
I'm so confident in it. Rashee Rice is a dog.
The fact that you're asking me to pull him up makes me think you don't have them, and that's scary.
No, I don't have him at all.
Okay.
I'm confident.
Okay, he only played 4 games last year. So now, we think the guy that only played 4 games last year, and hasn't played the first 3 games this year is going to be the dude. Oh, okay. All right.
He's a beast.
Got it.
He's a beast.
Dude, are you serious?
Would you take Pittman?
Rice averaged 19.5 fantasy points per game in 9 regular season games. That's a dog.
Fantasy doesn't count in real life.
Dude,
it's based off stats.
In 2023, he played 16 games. This is your stud. Your stud, dude. He caught 79 passes. That's pretty good. For 938 yards. He didn't even hit the 1,000-yard mark, dude.
Okay, he's still a dog. I'm talking talent. I'm taking Rashee Rice over Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., and that's my guy,
Have you looked
JSN.
at their numbers?
I'm taking him.
Okay.
I'm taking Rashee Rice.
I don't know what JSN's top numbers are yet. I don't know that. Garrett Wilson, you're out of your mind, dude.
Taking it.
Okay, I'm gonna look.
If Garrett Wilson wasn't in New York, he would be so much better.
This is what I do best for listeners. This is what I do best. I get Steve going.
So you'd pick Rashee Rice over Michael Pittman?
Yes, 1,000,000 times over. Yes. Maybe not Josh Downs, though.
Lad McConkey, more catches, more yards, not nearly as many touchdowns.
As the number 1 target, though. Lad McConkey was
Rice?
the number 1 target. The number 2, Travis Kelce's the number 1. No
you think
question.
Lad McConkey was the number 1 target as a rookie?
For the Chargers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would be the target for who would be the number 1 target for them over it?
Quentin Johnson?
That year? No way. This year,
What do you mean,
yeah.
No way.
If you look at last year, the targets that Lad McConkey got over Quentin Johnson, I'm telling you, Lad McConkey is going to be more.
Oh,
He's going to be the number 1. He's going to be the number 1 receiver for the Chargers last year. That's why we see the decline this year.
I think he got 17 more targets than Rashee Rice as a rookie.
Lad McConkey?
Yeah, 17. And he played one less game, so he's targeted more.
Okay, so give Rashee Rice those 17, and he's over 1,000.
No, he's not.
How is he not?
If he averages 12 yards a catch, he still wouldn't have gotten over.
What do you mean?
What I mean is what I say. What I say is what I mean.
Dude, what? 17 targets. If he catches all 17 and he gets 10 yards a carry, that brings him over 1,000.
No, that puts him at 170, plus he had 700-something yards.
I'm looking at 938 in 2023, and he averaged 11.9 yards.
Do I have the wrong numbers? You're right. You're right.
7 touchdowns.
You're right. Apologies.
This is what I do.
Apologies. You're
Love
right.
it.
You're actually right about that.
No, you're right about that. You're wrong about Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
lies. No.
How much does Patrick
Rashee's a
Mahomes
dog,
account
man.
for?
It does not matter. It doesn't, especially because Rashee Rice was a wide receiver 2. He was a target 2 for that offense. It doesn't matter to me who's throwing the ball to him, especially because when we look across the league, like Justin Jefferson is arguably the 1 or 2, and he has probably a bottom tier quarterback. He's getting Carson Wentz throwing the ball to him, but we still say he's the first or second best. Jamar Chase right now is Browning throwing to him. We still will say he's the best receiver. So I don't really care about who's throwing him the ball. It's based off of targets. And Rashee Rice, with the targets that he had, was an absolute freak show. We saw him yards after catch. We saw him breaking tackles. The guy is a freak. And that was as a rookie.
Can I give you Garrett Wilson's numbers?
Yeah, go ahead. Garrett Wilson, you could probably beat the crap out of me on. I totally understand that.
Probably.
Garrett Wilson's a freak. I understand that. But I'm a big Rashee Rice guy, but on the field, not off the field.
Garrett Wilson hasn't had. This is his 4th year in the league. He hasn't had a year where he didn't go over 1,000 yards. And don't talk to me about quarterbacks.
With the quarterbacks that he has, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And his catches have gone up every year. 83, 95, 101 last year.
He was 1,000 with Rodgers last year. I feel like that was a down year for him. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he still sucked.
3 games into his 4th year, he has 300 catches. No, yep. 300 catches. For 3,478 yards and 16 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a freak, man.
Yeah, and Rice isn't sniffing that, dude.
I'm taking Rice, top 15 wide receiver.
Can you please give me the MVP odds, please?
I sure can. I sure can. Yeah. So yeah, MVP favorites. So I'll start with the top 3. Josh Allen is plus 250 right now. Lamar Jackson is plus 320, which I feel like is a little bit too close. I don't know what you guys think. I feel like the game that I watched of him on Monday wasn't because they were talking about how
he's got 2 losses.
Yeah, it's 2 losses, and to be honest, he didn't look that great on Monday. He looked like he was holding the ball. He was running backwards for 20 yards. Yeah, exactly. So that's a little too close for me when Josh Allen has been an actual freight train this year.
Yeah. I thought, by the way, just for perspective, I thought Lamar should have won it last year.
I agree.
But I think Josh Allen's running away with it right now.
And the interesting one, I mean, maybe interesting. So here I'm going into Herbert so Jackson I just mentioned is second at plus 320. Herbert's number 3 at plus 600. Is that a little bit too big of a gap from Jackson to Herbert, or does that seem reasonable?
I think I understand it because remember, lines are for gambling, and you're just trying to get people to bet. That's what you're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily like the rank sometimes is more important than the odds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't think, and people are going to look at Justin Herbert and be like, great start, but can you sustain? Which I think he can. I think he should. I'd probably have him number 2 in the MVP. Like I would think he would be number 2. By the way, there's some Jonathan Taylor's got to be.
I
Gotta
was
get
trying to
some love
find
in there.
Jonathan Taylor. I did not see him.
Did you get the
listed.
number for Drake May?
I have the number for Daniel Jones and Drake May. And
Why
it's
would you get Drake May?
It's actually
Why
different.
would you get?
So when I'm looking at DraftKings, sorry to completely segue into it. CBS had a little bit different, but I'm gonna just focus on DraftKings. Daniel Jones is plus 8,000 for MVP,
I'm
Bang,
hearing that.
and Drake May is plus 10,000. Right, basically 2 slots behind him.
Yeah, he's got about the same odds as Austin Hooper of winning this thing.
But it is interesting where looking at these, where you have Derrick Henry at plus 8,000, you have Gibbs at plus 10,000, and no Jonathan Taylor. But you're seeing Jonathan
He's
Taylor
gotta
have
be in there
a top
somewhere.
3. Jonathan Taylor is at plus 30,000.
Stop it.
He's behind Travis Hunter. We're tied with Travis Hunter at plus 30,000. That is
Is
ridiculous.
this on DraftKings? Because I'm about to make that bet.
I'm doing
I will
it
make
too.
that bet.
I'm doing it too.
The only problem is
it's 5 to win 1,500, boys. Place the bet. Done.
Do you know when the last time the MVP was not a quarterback and who it was? I just looked.
Good question. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to look it up. You guys keep talking about how Drake May win the MVP.
That's not what I was going to say. I just wanted to show the numbers. That's all I wanted to do. But Matt, I would love for you to enlighten me.
2012 Adrian Peterson.
So you do know. I was going to look it up.
Yeah,
But a
No,
running
I've
back
looked it up.
has done it.
Yep. And then, but after that, let's see, LaDainian Tomlinson in 06 and Sean Alexander in 05.
So let
So
me do a quick comparison. So last year, I feel like it was. I mean, the Josh Allen and Lamar were actually insane. But
Yes.
does Jonathan Taylor have to have a Saquon Barkley year like last year, or better for him to win that MVP this year? Is that kind of the
Josh
that's
Allen
a
has
floor?
to lose it. Josh Allen has to lose the MVP for
Yeah.
anybody else to win it. Is the way
Yeah.
I kind of look at it right
That's
now.
fair.
So that means an injury or a complete absolute meltdown, which I don't. He's way too good to melt down like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if they take bets on the field. Like, could you bet the field versus Josh Allen and what the odds would be on that? That'd be interesting to me because I agree with you, Matt. Like, he's got to somehow lose it. Hopefully not by an injury. I love watching that guy play. So hopefully it's not an injury or something like that. I don't see the rails coming off. Like, I just don't see that happening. But I still, at those odds, $5 is $5, boys.
Dude, I just placed it.
It's to win 1,500.
5 to win 1,500. I took it. But you could
Here's
also, if you want to be a little bit safer, you could take Jonathan Taylor to win the Offensive Player of the Year, which is 5 to win 27.5. So it's a little bit safer.
No.
But I'm going to take the 1,500.
For $1, I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. Like, no.
Right.
No.
Right.
This is how my sick head works. I'll be like, well, if 5 wins 1,500, 50 wins 15,000.
Yeah. Now we're thinking, now we're talking.
Yeah. The wheels are spinning. What a terrible bet. What a terrible bet.
I don't think so.
All right, power rankings. Where are the Patriots right now?
So power rankings, which was interesting that you mentioned that. I'll get to the Patriots.
Can I guess where they are?
Well, yeah, 1 sec. But with
26.
power rankings, what you mentioned with the Colts being 1-8 made it. Well, the teams that they played were 1-8. That makes sense because they're listed at 11. I thought they would be top 10, but I think based off the teams that they played, they made them 11. But Steve,
Right off the top 10. Right off the top 10 real quick.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
I won't say the city. Bills, Chargers, Rams, Packers, which is ridiculous. You just lost to the Browns. Lions, Ravens, Commanders.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Commanders at 8. Buccaneers, Chiefs, Colts at 9. I mean, Colts at 11. I think I'm putting the Colts before the Chiefs. I think the Bucs as well. I think I'm moving up a little bit too. I like Baker Mayfield. Did you see that video of him talking to Mika Ibuka after the one-handed catch? It was amazing.
No.
Hey, Rook,
Yeah,
two
by the
hands.
way-
Don't disrespect my pass.
Yeah.
that
No, I
was
did
awesome.
see that. I did see that. I'll say this. I feel like the Bucs are getting a little disrespected there.
I agree. I fully agree.
I would agree.
I think the Lions are getting disrespected. They're behind the Packers that just lost to the Bills. They're sitting at 6 right next
They
to the
lost
Ravens.
to the Browns, yeah, but yeah.
The Browns, yeah, my bad. It's
Feels like
They
the
didn't just
Commanders
lose
are a
to the
little high,
Browns.
too.
They lost to the Browns horrifically. They were still up
Yes.
two scores in the fourth quarter, and they gave up 3 scores to lose. Like that, you can't do that.
that Browns defense, man. They are terrifying.
As a matter of fact,
They're
the Colts are a little disrespected. I think they should be in the top 10 somehow. I don't mind you
agree.
keeping the Chiefs with 2 losses, though. That's...
And
the
you have
Ravens with...
The Commanders, you have an injured Jaden Daniels, and you're gonna put them at 8 before the Bucs. I mean, you have a hurt Mike Evans on the Bucs right now, but like still,
that's not
it's
the
a
same
little
thing.
weird on the power rankings.
Jaden Daniels might play, though, right? He said the
Yeah, I think he
doctors
was
are gonna
only
decide.
out for like a week or two. It was nothing crazy, but it's still interesting to see.
Where the Patriots?
There's some disrespect. Guess you said what? 27? Is that what you said, Steve?
26.
I was going to say 24.
Hey.
Low 20s.
Smack dab in the middle, 25, baby.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go, Matt. Let's go.
So they're the 7th worst team in the league.
yeah. It's,
Yes, let's
it's-
go.
I mean, hey, get me a good draft pick at this point. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is that at this point, do you kind of just hope that they suck the rest of the year to get a good draft pick,
No,
or do you want
my
them in that
futures.
mediocre,
My
My
mediocre
futures.
Not this
My
year.
f-
I need them to suck. Not this year, next year. Because I
Why?
want Jeremiah Smith, baby. I need him to come to New England. That's my guy.
He's everybody's guy. I mean,
He's no joke.
Is
Is
there-
he
I
going to
will
be the
say
first
that.
overall pick?
He's got as much of a chance as a wide receiver could have to be the first overall pick. He's
And
that
sorry,
different.
I'm fully rambling, but Jamar Chase was that top 3 pick. Is he Jamar Chase hype or better?
I would say that's a great comp. I would call that a great comp.
Let's go. Look at me. I know wide receivers. See?
I think that Smith I think Smith could go higher, but I will say this, that's like almost disrespectful to Chase, who was and is.
Mm.
He is the guy. Like Jamar Chase is unbelievable. Like it's hard to we're talking about rare air for prospects, but I will say this too. That wide receiver class has a chance to be stacked.
Yeah, what is it? Kyle
Stacked.
Williams.
Ryan Williams from
Williams, my
Alabama.
bad. Yep.
Cam Coleman from Auburn, and there's some other
He's
guys who
sick.
haven't lived up to their expectations, but like Wesco at Clemson, Wingo at Texas. There are receivers that guys are just the teams are just waiting for them to hit the market. Like Williams, and I don't usually say this about prospects. I want to be careful about saying this. Those are very unique college kids who could have played 1 year out of high school. There are very few that can do it. Jeremiah
Really?
Smith.
You would say
Yeah.
Williams too? He's a smaller kid or a
Dude.
thinner frame.
No, Ryan Williams is he's not that small. But even with the frame, look at the guys who are coming out now. Like JSN,
True.
not a big dude.
I feel like it started with like Devontae Smith too. Devontae Smith was like so
the Slim
thin
Reaper.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that lean though. Let me see.
Devontae Smith or Rashee Rice.
He's 6 foot 178, so he's lean, but he's 6 foot. Like he's not tiny, but when you watch him as a route runner, when you watch him get off the line, these are there are some
Yeah, he's gross.
receivers coming out, man.
I'm excited.
Good players. You should be excited. There's a lot to be excited about when you're at the bottom. Matt, on the other hand, he's walking that line right now. He's walking the tightrope over the buildings because
We don't need a wide receiver on our team.
you don't need anything,
That's
Matt.
got
You're a
way
Super Bowl
too
contender.
much, bro.
You don't need anything. What's a 3-0 team need? Nothing.
Dude, you have baby Gronk on your team. Not the influencer baby Gronk, like real baby Gronk, Tyler Warren. Like
Before
you
we
guys
go,
are chilling, man.
Tyler, I know you saw this.
No.
Give me your thoughts on Ole Miss LSU with Lane Kiffin. Please tell me you saw this. Lane Kiffin's daughter. You didn't see this.
Oh yeah, that she's dating what's his name, or took a picture with what's his name. Yeah, dude, that guy's awesome. By the way, I love that guy.
Who? They're all awesome, by the way. The daughter's awesome, the
Yeah.
boyfriend's awesome, and the dad's awesome. Lane Kiffin, the head coach of Ole Miss, his daughter, whose name I can't remember, is supposedly dating. I think they said they're dating in the picture, but it's a picture of her sitting on the lap.
It was a hard launch.
That's what they keep calling it, and I won't go there. I refuse. I will not do that. But it's the Whit Weeks is the linebacker from LSU. If you've seen any of the Netflix Behind the SEC series, you're gonna love Whit Weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna love Whit Weeks.
His brother.
But he is the classic. I like to hunt on Sundays, and like I'm playing linebacker. He runs around like a crazy person. Like Whit Weeks is
walk on too, right?
It's a picture of Lane Kiffin's daughter sitting on the lap of Whit Weeks from LSU. Ole Miss plays LSU this week. So it's like interesting timing that they released this photo. And Lane Kiffin, I have not seen this. So this is hearsay. McShay said this today, but this is what I guess Lane Kiffin said. Take the over. That was his response of like, okay, no problem.
I'm writing that down right now.
Yeah.
Does Lane Kiffin's daughter go to LSU?
I think she goes to Ole Miss, and he said, I don't know that, Matt. I shouldn't say that. But Lane dad said, don't worry about where her allegiance is. She's an Ole Miss fan. So that's what he said. I love the way everyone's
That's a great response. Yeah.
He knew that picture was coming out. They're having fun with it. I think I will say this a million times. Lane Kiffin is great for college football. And the person that Lane Kiffin is now versus the person he was 15, 20 years ago is even better. Like, I think I love Lane Kiffin, everything about Lane Kiffin, and including, and especially, to be honest with you, how smart the dude is and how awesome his offenses are and how good of a coach he is. He's just a great coach. Like, it doesn't matter how funny you are if you're not a great coach, but he is a great coach. Like, I think it was awesome. It was an awesome
that's
story.
great.
It's one of those things you could be like, oh, this is bad, but he's having fun with it. They're having fun with it. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm surprised you didn't want to bring it up, to be honest with you.
Forgot about it. But I did see the picture, and I think I saw it, and I was like, yikes, and then just put my phone down from there. But definitely, and I agree about Lane Kiffin. Like, that dude, I'll see him on College Game Day, and they'll be interviewing him, and he's got headphones in, just walking up and down the field, just talking trash. Dude, and it is so funny.
They'll have a receiver get open, like break like a 75-yard catch, and he will throw his clipboard 40 yards in the air. Like, he is just like, yeah, like, it's awesome. Anyways, that's going to be a good game. All right, that's it for this week. Next week, we don't usually do a preview. I'm just going to quickly mention that the Ryder Cup is coming up this weekend. We are going to discuss why Tyler and Matt are no longer American citizens, because they just don't love their country anymore and apparently want to invest money in the European team. Am I correct?
If I had to bet on this, I would bet on Europe winning.
And the odds
Un-American.
They're a little tempting. They're a little tempting for Europe. I won't lie. Europe right now is at plus 170.
Since 1985, the U.S. is 5-12 against Europe.
Oh, okay. What about did you count World War II or no?
No, because World War II didn't happen in 1985.
I feel like we should still.
The last 40 years have not been kind to the Team USA. And have you guys ever seen Bethpage Black? Like, have you ever looked at it? Like,
it's in New York, right?
Yeah, it is skinny. It's weird. Like, there's not one like straight long hole. Everything is a dog leg. Elevated tees to a fairway that's below you. Then you have to hit back up onto an elevated green, so you can't see where the ball is going. It's almost 7,500 yards long. Like, it's a tough course. It'll be interesting.
Skinny and weird. That
I'm
sounds
excited.
Like you sound like a girl you dated in high school, Ty.
No comment.
All right, that's it this week.